Hey guys, let's go. Yankees win by a score of 1-0. Our first shutout since June and July of 2024, which is insane. Carlos Rodon had a really great game today. He dominated with 6 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. He could be a little bit better with that, but no runs allowed and only maybe 5 hits. That's not bad at all. On 94 pitches, he really dominated for the Yankees with 6 innings pitched. Yeah, Carlos Rodon. Our bullpen in the last 6 games has a 0.69 ERA. We dominated with our bullpen. Luke Weaver shut the door for the Yankees, and we won 1-0. 2 games in a row against the Tampa Bay Rays in our home ballpark at spring training, George M. Steinbrenner Field. The Rays really did make some good plays against us. Jose Capano made a really great defensive play, robbed Ben Rice of a home run, which was insane. I was like, what in the world? But also, we did see some really great games. Francisco Lindor hit a walk-off home run for the Mets. Also, congrats to Lindor on his 250th career home run as a baseball player and his 200th home run as a New York Met. And also, Cam Smith literally had a really great game for the Astros, his first career multi-home run game. And the Astros won by a score of 6-4, and they improved their record to 9-10. The Padres are 15-5, which is still good. Yoshi Yamamoto lowered his ERA to 0.93. What the heck? He has a 0.93 ERA, and it's only April 18th. Like, what? That's insane. He pitched with 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, and 10 strikeouts. A dominant outing for him and the Dodgers. And Tommy Edman hit a leadoff home run, his 7th of the season, and they won by a score of 3-0. And that was Lindor's first walk-off home run with the New York Mets. And that was a really big one for them. They won by a score of 5-4, and they're 13-7, and the Cardinals are 9-11. Braves used a 5-run 8th inning to secure an electric come-from-behind victory against the Twins, and the Braves are 6-13, and the Twins are 7-13. The Guardians won by a score of 10-7. Bo Naylor collected 3 hits and drove in 3 runs as they took the win in Pittsburgh. The Reds won by a score of 8-3 against the red-hot Baltimore Orioles. Ellie De La Cruz and Matt McLain each hit club 3-run home runs tonight, and Andrew Abbott struck out 11 Orioles for the Reds to win. Luis Arias hit a big 2-run home run for the Padres to make it 5-4. And then Yamamoto completed his outing with 10 strikeouts and 11 strikeouts. But that one reached on base. And also, Michael Harris hit a big 2-run double to tie it, and then Baldwin for the lead with an RBI single. Stephen Kwan made an amazing play to rob a hit, and I could not believe it. And I was like, wow. And he threw out the runner at third. And Duvon hit a big home run off the foul pole to tie the game for the Cardinals. And the Detroit Tigers won by a score of 7-3. Andy Baez homered as Jackson Joe picked up his second career win for the Tigers. And they are 12-8. And as you know, the Yankees won 1-0. Let's go. Boston Red Sox won by a score of 10-3. Trevor Story had a really big night for the Red Sox. He had 2 home runs, 6 RBIs as they won 10-3. They're 11-10. And the White Sox are 4-15. Yikes, that's not good. Bo Francis went 6 innings for the Blue Jays, and they won by a score of 3-1. They're 12-8. They're 10, and the Mariners are 10-10. Zach Wheeler dominated for the Phillies with 13 strikeouts for the second time in his career. Wow. Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber both homered for the Phillies, and they won by a score of 7-2. And literally, Caleb Durbin, congrats on getting your first big league hit. And it helped the Brewers win today. And also, Yankees made a really great double play and great play in the 7th inning. I could not believe it. They made a good double play in the 1st inning. But literally, this play in the 7th inning, it was a fly ball to deep center field. Little bobble by Trent Grisham, but then he threw it. Then Volpe threw a strike all the way to Cabrera at third base, and they tagged him out on the stomach, and he was the first out on third base. It's like, you know the rule. Don't be the first out on the bases. And literally, that double play for the Yankees was like, oh my God. It was the best play we could make. And best defensive play by Volpe and Grisham and Cabrera. Mark Vientos hit a big home run to tie the game. And then also Juan Soto got a big standing ovation with a big RBI single for the Mets. And Bryce Harper hit a big home run. And also Volpe and Goldschmidt made another great defensive play. Christopher Morel made a great defensive catch at the wall, which robbed a Yankee hitter. Robbed Chaz Chisholm of a base hit. And Ellie De La Cruz hit a big home run. Luke Casashal picked up his first big league hit. Congrats on that. And drove in his first RBI in his first MLB at bat. That's awesome. Congrats on doing that. Cedric Mullins opened the scoring for the Baltimore Orioles with his 5th home run of the season. And Rowdy Tellez was traded to the Mariners for Bowden Francis. And he hit a big home run off of him to get the Mariners on the board 1-1. And Bo Naylor, my goodness, he hit a big home run for the Guardians. And also, the Diamondbacks and Cubs game, my goodness, that was a great game. And to be a baseball fan, that's a good game to be at. The Cubs won by a score of 13-11. Literally, the Cubs were leading like 6-1 thanks to a big grand slam by Ian Happ. Then the Diamondbacks got a big grand slam to get them back in it, and it was 6-5. Then they used a 10-run inning in the 8th inning to take an 8-7 lead. And then they got another run, make it 11-run inning to make it literally 11-7. And I was like, oh my God. Then literally the Cubs came back. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I could not believe it. Seiya Suzuki hit a big home run to give them a 13-11 lead. Kyle Tucker hit a big 2-run home run to give the Cubs a 2-run lead, to give them a 12-11 lead. Carson Kelly hit his 2nd home run of the game to make it 11-10. And I was like, oh my God, this is a good game to be at. It was a really great game for baseball. Also, O'Neal Cruz hit a leadoff home run in back-to-back games for the Pirates. There was over 24 home runs today, which I could not believe. And the Rays are calling up Chandler Simpson, who stole 104 bases in 110 games last year. He can absolutely fly for the Rays. He's going to have a really good MLB career. That's my honest opinion. Also, Carlos Rodon ended his ERA tonight at 3.84. That's what I've heard he lowered it to. Let's go. Yankees win. And thank you guys for coming on. Let's go, Yankees. Let's get the win tomorrow. And let's go, Cubs and Diamondbacks. Let's have more games like that. Let's go. Baseball's back.